All right, my people, welcome back onto this channel. Thanks so much for subscribing to this channel. Well, my people, this is another one reaching us. Police Amøtekun Southwest Forest 48 arrested. Following the increasing rate of kidnapping in the country, with the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway becoming a major flashpoint in the southwest, the police and the Amøtekun Corps have announced major operations to flush out kidnappers and then other criminals from Forest and other strategic locations in the region. The security agencies vowed to leave no stone unturned in ridding the southwest of criminality. Independent of abductions in the different states in the region, there have in recent weeks been a series of kidnappings and then attacks on the busy highway that connects Oyo and then Ogun State with Lagos, with the latest incidents recorded on Tuesday and Wednesday. On Wednesday, gunmen emerged from the bush and then attacked travelers, disposing them of their valuables in the process before they fled back into the forest. Earlier on Tuesday, a Lagos-bound 18-passenger bus was attacked close to the Shagamu interchange. The incident left some passengers with varying degrees of injury. About a week earlier, some travelers, including our former Deputy Vice Chancellor of the University of Ibadan, Professor Adigun Agbaje, and then a student of the Moshood Abiola Polytechnic, Abeokuta, Ogun State, were abducted close to the Satguru Maharaj Garden in Ibadan, Oyo State capital. They were not released until their relatives paid ransom to the kidnappers. In their response to the rising attack, the various security outfits said they were making efforts to address insecurity in the region. In Ekiti State, the police public relations officer Sunday Abutu said law enforcement agents had in the last 2 weeks been combing the forest with a view to ridding them of criminals. He stated, for over 2 weeks now, policemen have been combing the forest in the state. It is ongoing and then it will continue so as to ensure that criminal elements do not infiltrate the state or our forest. As I speak with you, our men are combing the forest and then ensuring that the criminal elements are possibly arrested or chased out of the state. We have made some breakthroughs. The PPRO noted that no fewer than 10 suspects were arrested by the police during the exercise, arsing some suspected kidnappers and then criminals have been arrested and then investigations are going on. No fewer than 10 suspects have been arrested. Similarly, the Amøtekun commandant in the state, Brigadier General Joe Komolafe, retired, said officers and the men of the corps were embarking on constant monitoring of the forest as well, carrying out special operations to flush out criminal elements. He said, I quote, "We go on regular patrols. At times, we go with other security agencies, and then sometimes we go alone. We will be proactive and then not reactive. We are also collaborating with the local hunters, traditional rulers, and then other vigilance group because they may see these people before we see them. We have friends and then colleagues among them, so collaborating with them will give us early warning. What we are trying to do is to reduce criminality to the barest minimum. Don't forget that there is no fence that separates forests in Ekiti state from those in the neighboring states. We are also patrolling the forest to ensure they do not come back and then see to it that others do not infiltrate through the boundaries. The spokesman for the Nigerian Security and the Civil Defense Corps in the state, Tolu Afolabi, said apart from the activities of the Agro Rangers unit, the corps was working in synergy with hunters, Amøtekun, and then other security agencies to make sure that forests in the state and then those in adjoining states were well secured. He added, "We have been doing this for a very long time and it has been yielding good results. Ekiti State has expansive forest bordering other states and then our agro rangers are always there on patrol and the surveillance combing the forest to make them uninhabitable for the men of the underworld, including kidnappers." Recently, we combed the forest from Ekiti to Ekiti and then to Ekiti, routing the criminals, and we are doing that on a routing basis, making sure the place are not habitable for kidnappers and armed robbers. While admitting increased presence of security agents in the area lately, a resident of Ekiti, Daniel Ojo, said more still needed to be done to secure the area, adding that they should be thorough in flushing out quarters from the forest. A farmer in Ekiti, Debo Fashikun, said he had not noticed additional security agents in the area except the regular patrol team of the police and then Amøtekun, but considered that forests were wide and then that they might be in some other locations. Meanwhile, the police in Ondo State said they were making efforts to ensure that bandits did not have their way in the state. The state police public relations officer Mrs. Fumilayo Odunlami, in an interview with one of our correspondents, said, "We have put our men at strategic places on the highway and the towns. Men of the State Criminal Investigation Department, Safer Highway, and then Highway Patrol have been deployed across the state. We also have secret investigators everywhere. For us in Ondo State, our highway are safe for anybody who wants to travel." The senior special assistant to Governor Rotimi Akeredolu on security matters, Alhaji Jimoh Dojuma, also said the state government had put all the security agencies on red alert. He explained that criminals would not have their way in the state as measures had been put in place to prevent them from carrying out attacks. All hands are on deck. We are coordinating security properly in Ondo State. The governor of Ondo State has put everybody on red alert. We are not relaxing and then there will be no cause for alarm, he stated. Some residents of border communities in the state confirmed the presence of Amøtekun personnel and then other security agents in the areas. The State Police Command and the Amøtekun had earlier stated that they had increased border patrols to prevent the influx of terrorists and bandits from entering into the southwest through Ondo State. The traditional ruler of Imoru community in the Ose local government area of the state, which borders Edo State, Oba Rotimi Obamuwagun, confirmed that the issue of insecurity in the area had drastically reduced. He said, "We have to commend the Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn Corps. If not for them, I don't know what would have become of our community here. I can tell you that we are feeling the impact of the Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn people here. The cases of insecurity, particularly kidnapping, have gone down. Though we have some occasional security challenges, we are better off now than before." All right. So, well, somebody was of the opinion that, well, one day, we go escape all this. As far as Yoruba nation is concerned, all this kind of nonsense no go dey happen. One day, we shall be free. And exactly what it is. And then somebody is of the opinion that anytime you arrest these people, you don't need to take them to the station. Do the needful. Ẹ fún wọn ní nǹkan títí ilé now. I know a lot of people understand that. Yes, so and then that's exactly what it is onto this one. What more can we say? Meanwhile, let me have your own take on this and remember to subscribe for more updates if you are new on this channel. All right, thanks and God bless.